Do animals know when another animal is dying? An elephant stands beside a herd member that can no longer rise. It touches the body with its trunk. It waits. It leaves. Then, hours later, it comes back. To us, this looks like grief. But does the elephant understand that another animal is dying? Or is it confused because a familiar body has suddenly stopped following the rules? That distinction matters. Because understanding death is not one ability. It is more like a staircase. At the first step, an animal notices that something is wrong. At the next, it realizes the other animal is not responding. Higher up, it may learn that this individual will never move again. And at the top is the human idea that all living things die, including ourselves. We do not know how many animals can climb that entire staircase, but many seem to stand above the first step. The first clue appears before death happens. Social animals constantly monitor one another. They notice changes in breathing, smell, posture, movement, and sound. That may be caring, but it is also practical. If a group member suddenly collapses, you need to know whether they are sleeping, injured, unconscious, or doing the world's least convincing impression of a rock. Experiments with mice have revealed something surprising. When a mouse encounters an unconscious companion, it may sniff and groom it. If the other mouse still does not respond, the behavior can become more forceful. It may bite around the mouth or pull at the tongue. These actions can help clear the airway and speed recovery. That does not mean the mouse has secretly completed medical school. It probably understands nothing about oxygen or emergency medicine, but it can recognize an abnormal state and perform behaviors that may help. Some animals, then, can tell the difference between normal stillness and dangerous stillness. But the strongest clue is not what they do first. It is what happens after every attempt fails. Dolphin mothers have been observed carrying dead calves at the surface and pushing them upward. At first, this could be rescue. A weak calf needs air, so pushing it toward the surface makes sense. But some mothers continue after the calf has stopped responding. Now the situation becomes harder to explain. Perhaps the mother has not yet updated her understanding. The body still looks and smells like her calf, even though it no longer behaves like one. Or perhaps she understands that the calf is gone but remains attached to the body. A dolphin cannot explain her behavior. But attachment does not require language. Primates show a similar pattern. Mothers from several species have carried dead infants, groomed them, and remained close for hours or days. Other group members may approach, touch, stare, or attempt to provoke a response. At first, they pull or lift the body. Then they wait. Eventually, many move away. This change may be the most important part. The animal does not need to begin with a complete theory of death. It may learn through repeated failure. Touching does not wake the body. Calling brings no response. Waiting changes nothing. The familiar individual is physically present yet socially absent. That is a strange problem for any brain. Elephants make it harder to dismiss these reactions as simple confusion. They may approach elephant remains, investigate them with their trunks and feet, stand nearby, and later revisit the location. They can show interest even when little remains except bones. Of course, not every visit is a funeral. A carcass may signal predators, disease, conflict, or danger. Nature rarely separates emotion and survival into neat little boxes. But elephants can also change after losing important companions. Their movement, relationships, and behavior within the herd may shift. A dead elephant is not only a body, it is a missing protector, parent, guide, or source of knowledge. The herd itself becomes different. And not all reactions to death look sad. Crows may gather around a dead crow, call loudly, and inspect the area. It can look like a dramatic crow funeral, but the meeting may be closer to a crime scene investigation. The birds can learn which places, animals, or humans might be dangerous. For them, death may be both a loss and a warning. So, do animals know when another animal is dying? Some recognize weakness, unconsciousness, and permanent unresponsiveness. Some test whether a body can be revived. Some change after a companion disappears. But we still do not know whether they understand death as universal and inevitable. Maybe they never imagine their own funeral. Maybe they never ask where the dead have gone. But they can remember someone who used to move, respond, protect, play, or simply remain nearby. Then one day, that individual stops. The body is still there. The relationship is not. Animals may not need a human philosophy of death to experience loss. They may only need memory, attachment, and the painful discovery that waiting will not bring someone back. And perhaps that is where every understanding of death begins.